Alvar Núñez Cabeza de Vaca. The journey of Alvar Núñez Cabeza de Vaca remains one of the most amazing feats of exploration in the Americas. Cabeza de Vaca was born into the Spanish nobility in 1490. Little of his early life is known except that he made his career in the military. In early 1527, he left Spain as part of a royal expedition intended to occupy the mainland of North America. After their fleet was battered by a hurricane off the shore of Cuba, the expedition secured a new boat and departed for Florida. They landed in March 1528 near what is now Tampa Bay, which the expedition leader Panfilo de Narvaez claimed as a lawful possession of the Spanish Empire. Despite this confident declaration, the expedition was on the verge of disaster. Narvaez's decision to split his land and sea forces proved a grievous error, as the ships were never able to rendezvous with the land expedition. The party soon overstayed its welcome with the Appalachian Indians of northern Florida by taking their leader hostage. Expelled and pursued by the Indians, suffering from numerous diseases, the surviving members of the expedition were reduced to huddling in a coastal swamp and living off the flesh of their horses. In late 1528, they built several crude rafts from trees and horse hides and set sail, hoping to return to Cuba. Storms, thirst, and starvation had reduced the expedition to about 80 survivors when a hurricane dumped Cabeza de Vaca and his companions on the Gulf Coast near what is now Galveston, Texas. They were initially welcomed, but, as Cabeza de Vaca was to remember,
La mitad de los nativos murieron por un problema en los intestinos y nos cumplieron a nosotros.
For the next 4 years, he and a steadily dwindling number of his comrades lived in the complex native world of what is now East Texas, a world in which Cabeza transformed himself from a conquistador into a trader and a healer. By 1532, only 3 other members of the original expedition were still alive: Alonso de Castillo Maldonado, Andreas Dorantes de Carranca, and Esteban, an African slave. Together with Cabeza de Vaca, they now headed west and south in hopes of reaching the Spanish Empire's outposts in Mexico, becoming the first men of the Old World to enter the American West. Their precise route is not clear, but they apparently traveled along present-day Texas, perhaps into New Mexico and Arizona, and through Mexico's northern provinces. In July 1536, near Culiacan in present-day Sinaloa, they finally encountered a group of fellow Spaniards who were on a slave-taking expedition. As Cabeza de Vaca remembered, his countrymen were
Sin habla verme, vestidos extrañamente en compañía de indios. Solamente se quedaron mirando durante un rato.